What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the MPP, the Noah and Patrick podcast. This is episode number 23. Michael Jordan episode, I guess, or LeBron, or
Well, it's
Draymond, or
123, so
23 of
technically.
season 2. Noah, if people are keeping track. Um, I feel like a lot has happened, but not happened. We had a great. Well, not
I
great. It
mean,
was.
there's no football, and then there's no basketball games for a while.
That's true.
They had the All-Star
Um,
game.
it's kind of weird. Like, there's no football. I mean, there is football. We're gonna talk
I'll
about
talk
one of
about
the
it. Yeah.
leagues that has started already, the XFL. But no NFL. Aaron Rodgers just came out of darkness, so good for him. Hopefully, he saw the light. Um, but we had the NBA All-Star weekend this past weekend. Um, McClung, he made a name for himself, I guess now. His G League contract was like 160 or something, and he just won 100K for winning the dunk contest. I think Noah watched all of it, right? I know
Yeah,
we
I watched the
talked about
skills
it.
challenges. I watched part of the 3 point. I didn't watch the whole 3 point, and then I watched the dunk contest.
Mm-hmm.
Skills challenge. I think it's made its course. Like the last 2 years they've had it was because it was different. It was new, but this year it just seemed pretty boring.
Yeah, it just wasn't exciting. The
And Giannis didn't
Yeah,
participate.
Giannis didn't even play. I didn't even know this,
Yeah.
and they still
Uh,
lost,
yeah.
even with Drew Holiday.
Um, what else? I mean, I don't know. I just think it's like a weird. I would rather have the old one back. I think
I think so too.
I'd rather have the like even the bigs versus the guards was cool.
Hmm.
I think just getting it like it doesn't have to be bigs versus guards. Just do like the bracket format, 2v2 or 1v1. Um, with just the best overall like ball handlers you can get in there. Like I'd rather see like a John Moran in there. Um, like I don't really care about the Antetokounmpo brothers. I don't care about the Jazz team or the rookies. Even honestly, the rookies weren't even like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
It just wasn't really like I read like I think the thing with the All Star, everyone wants to see the big names,
Yeah,
and Giannis was the only big name in the skills challenge, really.
I don't know. I think I like the skills. Like the passing was cool to see. Everyone sucked at the shooting.
It was
And
bad, like it was really bad.
it was really bad. And I don't know. I think the passing was pretty cool. Maybe just do that like individually, but or maybe like two-man teams or something. I don't know.
I
You
also
could just
missed they used to have half court challenges.
Yeah.
That was like a while ago, where they'd have another. It was before the skills challenge. It'd be three teams of three, and they would come out and just shoot half. Like they would do
I
the
thought that was part of like the shooting one, I thought.
where they
Or they
what
just like shooting it from half court was like an option or something.
no,
Or
it was
maybe
different. It was like it was like how they started the first challenge where they shoot a 2 pointer or a layup, a
yeah.
free throw, a 3 pointer, and then they shoot the half court to finish the time.
Oh
And
yeah, that's right.
it was kind of like how this is right now, 3v3v3, except it was old players, WNBA, and then like another random team,
That's right.
which
Yeah.
was cool. I
That
think they
was a
should
good
bring
one.
that back. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, just something just seemed off in the skills challenge. The 3-point contest, your boy Kevin Herter, big solid 8. I think Noah could have beat that score.
All easy. I mean, you go to Great America, they have the 3 point challenge. I won myself a little Ray Allen jersey, so
Nice.
like I got a little
Even
got a
with
little
the
got a little game.
off-centered rim or
Yeah,
oval.
the trick. But I mean, $20 for a jersey, I'll take it
Yeah.
basically.
Um, Damian Lillard, my pick. I should have bet. I would have won.
Yeah, I picked who did I pick?
You picked Herder and
Yeah, Horton was my dark horse, but I had the Pacer guy, Halliburton. He
Halliburton.
had 31 in the first
He kind of
round,
surprised me. Yeah.
and then he just didn't win it. But
No.
yeah, he was my guy.
I don't know. I just thought just very low scoring. Um, little disappoint. I mean, Julius Randle, he's awful.
But that's
Um,
another thing. Like they could have got who is that one guy? That one guy is like I can't remember what team he's on, but his name's like Joe something Joe, and he's like the leader in 3-point percentage, and he didn't get an invite, which is weird. Like why wouldn't you want the
yeah,
best shooter there? Why do you want Julius
he probably.
Randle?
I don't know. Maybe he did get invited and just declined. But if
I mean,
it's
he's kind of like it's different from the dunk contest. I think when you're a 3-point shooter, you want to be in like the 3-point contest.
yeah, but Curry and Clay have always said that like them during the contest, it kind of like tired them out. I don't know. That's why they don't do it.
Tired him out for what?
Like it's just tiring to shoot.
Yeah, I guess. But
I don't
well, I mean,
know.
like I mean, I'm not saying like Curry and Clay have to be in it. Like once you do it, like I don't think you have to come back and do it or whatever. But
Yeah.
someone who's never done it compared to someone who's shooting like 30%, like was Jason Tatum in it? Like Jason Tatum's not even a
Yeah.
good 3-point shooter either. So I don't
No.
even know why he's in it. But maybe that's all they could get. I don't know. That's all I know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is it really that hard to get shooters? Like
I feel like
people
the
to do this?
3-point contest is easier to find people than a dunk contest.
But also like is someone really just gonna go to All-Star weekend just to do a 3-point contest and not be in the All-Star game?
Yeah, I guess that's one thing. But I mean, other people do it. Hoyter does it.
Yeah.
Um, Halliburton did it. So it's like I don't know. Like
I guess it's just hit and miss on the players.
yeah,
But dunk contest, exciting. Your boy Jericho Sims. Wow. What a pick, Noah. What a
eh.
pick. Serious.
He didn't even look like he wanted to be there. I
He's
think he was also the last person added. So
yeah,
maybe he just
he
did
was
it
a
because
replacement.
they needed someone. He was like, fine, I'll do it, whatever. But
Yeah. There was
he
like a
has hops, man. He has hops.
there was like a crowd view of like all the players standing on like the baseline, and he did the one with the letter or whatever,
Hmm.
and he did the dunk, and like the NBA players are just standing there with their phones, and they were just like looking around, and they were like, "Oh, okay, like that was dumb, like kind of lame, but and then
Yeah,
yeah, it was
I
just
mean, like I don't know. I think people just don't know what to do.
yeah,
Like players just don't know what to do anymore. Like Kenyon Martin Jr. His were pretty lame. Uh,
like he had a
he tried
3D
some
printed
stuff,
ball,
but
like
I mean,
what?
who cares about that?
Yeah.
Like, what's that going to change? Like, who cares if it's the 3D printed ball?
Like, is it like heavier? Is it lighter? Like,
My guess is it's lighter.
I don't,
Um,
I don't
but
know.
even who was it? Trey Murphy, right?
Yeah,
Murphy the third,
yeah,
whatever his name is.
Trey Murphy. Yeah,
His was okay.
yeah.
Like, but like it was just okay.
The
It,
Alvarado one was cool to start it off.
yeah, that one because it was just like,
It's
oh,
creative.
if you know who Alvarado is and like what he does, it's like, oh, that's pretty funny. It's cool.
Like
But
NBA fans
yeah,
knew
it's
what
like
was
it's an
happening.
NBA fan thing. But I think for dunk contests, a lot of people who are NBA fans but aren't major like watch it all the time or
Yeah,
keep
they
up with
like only watch the
stats.
playoffs or something.
Yeah, like they just tune in and they're just like, okay, this guy just took the ball and just threw it off the glass. Um, yeah,
But Mac,
I
I mean
think
Mac McClung, he out of everyone in the contest, like he definitely deserved to win. I would have
no, he
been,
definitely had the best dunks.
yeah,
That I mean,
all first tries.
yeah, that's
That's
what's
insane.
good too. I mean, were they all 50? I mean, they gave them pretty much all 50s. I wouldn't have said they're all 50s, but they were all 50s compared to everybody else.
Yeah,
So, yeah, good for Mac McClung. I mean, if you didn't know who he was before, then you know now. Um, no, maybe it'll help with his career.
they definitely want him back in next year. He said he already has a crazy dunk. Did you see it?
No.
The one, it was kind of like the Jordan Clinic Killigan, whatever his name is. The one that he kind of like dunks it like
Oh yeah.
behind him. It's pretty cool. So hopefully he comes back next year. I feel like he would do it.
I think they need to do something. I think a lot of these dunk contests they want young players in, right? So
Yeah.
I think what they should do is for young players, they put a clause in their contract, like when they're drafted, that if they participate before they sign their big extension or whatever, they get a certain amount of bonus money.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't
I
know.
think that'll help get like the young guys in it who
I felt like this year they just
are
kind of wanted
better.
to get people who had like hops. Like everyone in this lineup, of course, like they can jump pretty high and stuff, and they're like no names, right? No one really knew any of them this year.
Yeah, I honestly feel
Um,
like McClung was the biggest name, and he's not even in the NBA.
yep, just because he was viral in high school.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. It's just like
this year was way better than the last 2 years, though. I will say that.
yes. Did
Like
it
people were making
save?
it first tries.
Did it save the dunk contest? Like 50-50. It still can be better, but
Yeah, I think uh, overall it's kind of underwhelming. All-Star weekend.
yeah,
Even 3-point contest kind of underwhelming. But I think it's just because it's the same thing as it's been for the past 4 years now, 5 years. So
yeah.
like they added that extra three ball or whatever it is, 5 point or whatever. I don't know what it is.
I'm definitely proud that Ryan stuck it out with me, and watched it. And then
Nice.
I had to show her. I was like, this is what the dunk cost was. 2016 Zach LaVine versus Aaron Gordon. We've talked about it before, but I had to show her these dunks, and she's like, "Wow, these are cool. Like this is nice." I was like, "Dude, Aaron Gordon jumped over a mascot with both his legs over the mascot. Like
Yeah,
just insane.
yeah.
Just so fun."
That just set the bar, and it's kind of like the points. Like
Yeah.
it's a thing that people don't think is going to get passed. And I don't know if that dunk contest is ever gonna get like beat. That's like
Oh,
probably the best dunk contest ever, and it probably will be until they change it up somehow where
yeah.
people can add different dunks. Because I think Jericho Sims, maybe Mac McClung, could have gone between the legs twice. Like they could have done it. They could have done it. Like I think they're too afraid to fail, you know, because a lot of the times people get I don't know, like not in trouble or mad at them or whatever, but like they lose points for failing their dunks. So it's like you just want to do something that you know you can do.
Yeah, that's still flashy, but still
Yeah.
kind of safe.
They don't try to do the crazy stuff like between the legs like free throw line dunks or
That was yeah.
windmill free throw line, jumping over a mascot. Like I don't know. It's the bar's made. The bar's made. Like I don't know
Yeah.
how they're gonna do it. It's just
Yeah, so like it reached the peak in that year, and then it was on the decline, and then this time, like this last one is like middle, it's like going up, and we'll see about next year if it
I
goes
will
keeps going.
say slightly below average dunk contest. Slightly below.
Yeah.
So well, I want to see some new dunks. I know it's hard. It's not easy because coming up with a dunk is a tough thing to do because there's so many things that have been done before. But we just need to see something different. Like the mascot thing, like that's different.
Even like the Zach LaVine one where he was behind the basket and he did it through his legs and reversed it, like,
Yeah,
sheesh.
like
That
like it
was
might not seem a lot, but like that's a hard dunk.
yeah.
Like
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
That's
I don't
just
know. It's tough. I don't know what to do.
uh,
I like bring out a soccer player, have him kick it to you. Like I don't know, do something different. Like have a
Yeah.
hockey player smack it.
Well,
I don't know.
Steve Nash came out and like did something like he kicked it off the backboard and they
Yeah,
dunked
that was
it.
like in
Like,
2003.
yeah.
Like, come on. Like, we can probably get some people out here. You can get
Like I just saw the one where JaVale McGee brought out two baskets and he dunked on both of them because of
yeah,
his long wingspan. Like that's creative. That's cool.
yeah. Like Dwight raised the rim 12 feet instead of 10. Like that's something different. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Gerald Green blew out the candle on a cupcake.
Yeah, and that wasn't even considered a good dunk. But now if you look back at it, you're like, this is way better than what we're seeing now.
Yeah.
Like imagine if you just took like the next person, like just take a bite out of it and dunk it. Like that'd be sick.
Yep.
All right, well,
Anyways, that's our
yeah.
rant on the All
I
Star weekend.
I
We
don't
we
think we're
need
gonna
better.
see big names ever again in it. So we have to start seeing like some young athletic guys. So I say put a clause in the contracts.
Yeah.
Um,
Shaden Sharp should be in it next year. Hopefully he is, because that
we'll see.
guy's crazy.
Hey, we'll see.
But unfortunately, Hawks are looking for a new head coach. Uh, Nate, I think is his first name,
Nate
McMillan.
McMillan.
He got fired over this past weekend.
You know,
Um, you know, it sounded like Trey Young and McMillan. They didn't have a good relationship, and so the team, is not just going to cut Trey Young. So that's the head coach always goes first.
you know.
Yeah, when there's a disagreement between player and coach, so he's
Yeah,
out.
never been a fan of the Trey Young guy.
Yeah, can't believe he got traded for Luca.
Yeah,
Insane.
that's so it's looking. I mean, at first it was like, oh, they're both making playoffs, they're both playing pretty well, but now it's looking like a one-sided trade. Um, that the Mavs won that one.
Yeah, it looks like Trey from last year. His like percentages are down, so maybe at the end of the road for Trey Young, which is kind of crazy because he's still pretty young. But
I think he'll get some chances just because I mean, he's a good scorer, but he's a chucker. He just chucks the ball. He's someone who takes a lot of shots.
yeah,
Um, he's
which is
kind of like
fine. I mean, he's still like 20 something, 25,
it's
20.
like I think he's like 23. I don't even think he's that old. He's like the same age as
Oh,
Luca.
I was just gonna say 20, 25, 26 points per game.
Oh,
So I mean, he's still giving you points, but it's
how many
just
shots though? Like
yeah,
25 shots,
exactly.
like 23, 22 shots a game. It's like he's still good at he has good assist numbers still, so I mean he has
Yeah.
time to put it together still. I just I don't think he's the guy.
And then they have DeJounte Murray.
Got two
They
point guards.
still didn't trade John Collins. I mean, the team's good. Like, don't
Like
get
if
me
you look at
wrong.
it on paper, well, that's a good team. But they're
Yeah.
under 500 again. Um,
And
they have
when
Quinn Snyder.
McMillan
McMillan.
took over, they went to the playoffs that year, so
Yeah,
they haven't been back
underwhelming.
since.
Yeah, but Quinn Snyder's looking like he might get the job, the former Jazz head coach. So I think he's more of a defensive minded coach. So we'll see how that helps him. I don't know if it'll be a big help or not.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah. There's a 2024 mock
early
draft,
mock,
early mock, and you know who's on that draft class? Good old Bronny James.
still undecided too where he's going to go to college.
Yep.
Probably going to pick
Um,
soon after the season, the
yeah, I would say
high
so.
school season.
I'm surprised he's going to college.
Yeah, I mean, he still has a chance to pick G League. There's still
Yeah.
he hasn't picked yet, so it's not. He has options
Yeah. But
overseas.
they picked him number 10 going to the Magic. And LeBron said in the bubble that he ever got traded to the Magic, he would retire. So uh we'll
I
see.
mean, yeah. Um, I mean, LeBron has also said recently, like, oh, it's either I play with or against Bronny. That's what he wants to do,
Yeah.
like with his kids. So I think he understands he might not be able to play with them. So, uh, but I don't. I think he will stick with it. I don't think he's gonna go to the Magic. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, Bronny's done a good job skyrocketing. His draft
He's definitely
capital,
got.
whatever it's called.
He used to be really tiny, and somehow he just.
He's like 6'4"
Yeah.
now.
He's like built now.
Yeah, he's he has probably the best trainers money can buy with LeBron.
And
Uh,
LeBron.
and LeBron, obviously one of, if not the greatest basketball players to ever live.
Yeah.
And
Who's still playing the game?
yeah, I mean, top 10 picks, crazy because he was not even predicted to be a second round pick. What, like 6 months ago,
Also, it must be
maybe a
nice.
year ago,
I've definitely seen video of like Bronny, Bryce, and LeBron like working out together. They're working out with the Lakers
in
trainers
in
and
the
athletic.
facility and everything.
Yeah, it's like, dude, how
That's nice.
how can you not? I don't know.
Improve at least.
Yeah, like
Um,
how do you not
yeah,
be good?
he's seen as like a two-way guy. He could shoot probably better than his dad. Um, Plays good defense.
He's definitely a playmaker, I would say.
I think he's an all-around player. I
Yeah,
think that's what teams look for a lot. He has compared like his best comparison, like for what he'll be in his career. The highest he'll get is Drew Holiday, which is
yeah,
really good. He's just a great two-way player. I can see it too. I mean, he can come in, play some defense,
yeah,
knock down some threes. Nothing wrong with being a solid role player in the NBA. Nothing wrong with it. You're still making multi-million dollars a year.
yep.
You know, living your dream.
I
Why
think that's
not?
what most teams want nowadays is a two-way guard.
Yeah, it's not easy to find either. Like you'll see, like Patrick Beverly is considered a really good two-way player. He shoots
Go
32% from
Bulls.
three, and he plays some okay defense. I mean, like, yeah, go Bulls. Hopefully, he helps. I think he's there for the mentality because he has a really good mentality of like winning, trying to win.
Yeah.
So that's why he's there. But
Did you see what
uh,
he said?
I saw something about him that he wants to knock out the Lakers.
Yeah.
The
They
Bulls
pl-
do play them twice,
yeah.
and the Lakers are like on like. I
Well,
mean, the Lakers could get in pretty soon. They're like
they
one
just beat the
game.
Warriors last night, so
Yeah, they're only like 3 games back. There's like 30
yeah.
games left or something.
I think
25 maybe.
PTI said that for LeBron and the Lakers to make the playoffs, they have to go 16-7.
Hey, they're 1-0 right now.
I want to know, yeah.
Yeah, so I think they'll do it. D'Angelo Russell got hurt though, so we'll see. But
I feel like 16-7, like that's very doable, but like people like, like them, they were like 16-7, that's gonna be like a really hard challenge. I was like,
yeah,
I think that's pretty, but they may play some pretty good teams down the stretch.
yeah, I don't know the schedule, but I mean, if you have Anthony Davis, LeBron James, if Malik Beasley keeps playing the way he's playing,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think they definitely got the pieces
Yeah, they're
to
looking
do
good.
it.
With
Yeah.
Vanderbilt's looking good. You got
He's
some
starting.
good young guys there now. Rob Pelinka really turned it around after trading for Russell Westbrook and not getting DeMar DeRozan when I guess that's who LeBron wanted. But yeah, Bronny top 10 pick. Big difference from 6 months ago to a year ago when people were saying he shouldn't even be drafted. Um, so
How are
I mean,
you not? How are you
Sco
not gonna get
Ducks.
drafted?
One of the teams he wants to go to is Oregon. So Sco Ducks.
I'm gonna say he goes to Ohio State just for LeBron.
And Duke's also in there, I think. I think it's Duke, Ohio State, and Oregon are his top three.
I thought it wasn't USC, Oregon, Ohio State.
I think Duke was in there. I don't know
Oh,
if they
was he?
still are. I
Okay.
mean, that was before. I haven't looked, I haven't seen it in a while. So
Yeah.
it could have been a top five. Maybe his top three is Ohio State, USC, and Oregon. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see probably within the next couple months here where Bronny
Yep.
goes.
Yep. 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 Well, We got a little time left before we take a quick break. Gonna play our favorite game of the year total. Last time we got who did we get?
Um,
Can't even remember his name now. Who was it?
it was a guard on the Knicks. No,
Shoot. Um, was it Will Barton? No.
no,
Well,
can't remember.
if you listened to last episode, let us know in the comments below. Oh, it was like some no name guy.
I don't know. It was the East team,
Was it for the Wizards?
maybe. If I look at the Wizards roster, I'll know. So
Let's see. First guess,
Morris. It was Monte Morris.
Monte Morris. Yeah, that's right. Let's see. Who do you want to choose?
Let's go with.
You think Mac McClung's in here?
I
Oh,
could,
he is.
it's not gonna be back though. Let's go with I mean the best thing to do is like an average size so you can
Yep.
get the below. Let's go Trey Murphy, the third. Why not? Let's go with them. All right, so it's not
Jeez.
none of those. It's gonna probably be a guard, it's under 6'8" in the Eastern Conference. Low number,
It's kind of older.
older than 22.
Kyle Lowry.
Okay. I think he has a low number, but
Ooh,
lower than 7. Okay. He's kind of old though. That was a tough one. There's a gap. East,
guard.
he's in the Southeast
Southeast.
Division.
So that's Miami, Orlando.
Let's go
Uh,
Jalen Suggs.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he has a low
confident.
number. I think he's 23, maybe. Oh, he's 21. 6'5". Okay, so between like probably 6'1" to 6'4".
6'1" to 6'4". Well, it's not Miami. It's not Orlando. So that kind of narrows it down here.
The Hawks or Southeast, right?
Are this Hawks Southeast?
I don't know. No, they're Atlantic Division. Um, Lower than number 4. No, the Hawks have to be.
God, why
I
is
mean,
it
it could be
so
Trey Young. What number's Trey Young?
one? Is he one?
Oh, is he taller than 6 foot?
Oh,
Might be 6 foot.
isn't he like 6'1", I think?
I think that's a pretty good one right there. Trey Young.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, he's number 11. That's that would have been a easy no if I remembered.
I didn't
Older
know.
than 24.
I thought he was one.
So yeah, the Hawks are Southeast. So okay, that's not the Magic. So that leaves the Hornets and the Wizards.
Hornets and the
LaMelo.
Wizards.
No, but no, it's older than 24. Terry Rozier. What's
Wait,
the
who is it?
height?
Hornets and the Wizards?
Yeah, it could be just Monte Morris again. I don't know what number he is though.
He's older than 24, between 6'2" and 6'4".
Terry Rozier. I don't know what number he is. Don't put him in it. Oh, he's number 3, right? I think. And it's lower than 7.
That's lower than
Lower
4.
than 4. I think he's 3. Number 3. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
Who was on the what number was Monte Morris?
Wasn't he, I'm gonna say 0.
Wait, it might have been 6'1", I think. He was short. Can't be Kuzma, right? Because Kuzma's like 6'8" at least. He's not a
Yeah,
guard. Not a guard. I think my guess is Terry Rozier. Give yes.
Terry Rozier.
What do you think?
I mean, I
Or I
can't.
think we might be Terry Rozier might be short. I want to say he's like 6'3", but maybe he's not.
Let's see. Older. Wait, so he's older than
What
24, and he's a guard. The only guy I could think of is Bradley Beal.
number is Bradley Beal? 3
3.
on the Wizards. Yeah. All right, go ahead, try it. Bradley Beal. He's like 6'4". Nice,
Hey,
Bradley Beal.
let's go.
That's the first one you got by yourself.
I'm so sorry.
I think I guessed all the rest of them.
That was a good guess.
Yeah,
What was
I think it was between him and Terry Rozier. They were
what
the
was
only two that I could think that were that low numbers and not tall and older
uh,
than 25 or whatever.
Harry Rozier? He's 6'1".
No, 6'1". Yeah, so he would have been
Because
really off.
didn't we guess 6'1", right?
Yeah, it was taller than 6'1". So,
Okay, yeah,
29.
nice. Well, that's fun. Bradley Beal. Shout out to Bradley Beal. Still putting up numbers on the Wizards. Not really going
Refuses to
anywhere.
get traded.
Yeah, no trade clause in the contract.
Refuses to leave. Loves it there.
They have pretty cool the cherry blossom jerseys. Those are pretty sweet.
Stay for the jerseys, man.
And being the bullets some nights,
Yeah, yeah.
good times.
Sick.
They also had the blue and gold ones.
Yeah. The
You know
gold
the
ones are
ones I'm talking
cool.
about, right?
Gold ones are the old school
Gold. Yeah.
Michael Jordan when he played on the team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. I know, bro. I know.
Okay. Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Cool.
Yeah.
Glad
I'm
we're
an
on the same page.
NBA connoisseur.
Yeah. Do you want to take a break or you want to talk about
Just take the break. I mean, or we can, if you want to, just push it all the way to the edge. We have a minute left.
we
It's
could
all,
we could take a break here,
Okay.
I think everyone deserves a break.
All right, coming up next, we're going to talk about the Alabama men's basketball team, ranked number 2 right now.
Just insane about this situation.
Murder situation happened January 15th, but they've been talking about a little more when more information comes up. That's coming up next after this break.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. Go follow us on Instagram, Twitter at the MPP Live and at the MPP on the YouTubes. Pretty good views over on the YouTube. So pretty happy about that. We appreciate everyone for sticking with us in this journey. 123 episodes. Crazy. So
It's a
yeah, like
lot.
no huh?
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
It's a lot of days.
It is a lot of days.
A lot of editing.
It is a lot of editing.
First 100 were me. The next 100 are Patrick.
Yeah, I'm only 23 in. That's
Yeah, you're only 23 in. And you remember our first 23 where the audio kept getting messed up. It's crazy.
yeah. I don't know what happened.
It was Anchor, man. It was Anchor. Jumped
Yeah.
off the Anchor editing and switched, and then that helped a lot. So
Yeah. Um I think it's just weird that Anchor was like they were portraying that you can edit your own podcast like on their app, and it just kept getting messed up. So it's like I'm sure they've maybe fixed it, but
yeah, I bet it's a lot better.
we're not going back. We only post on there so we can post on all our like. I
Yeah,
think that's the nice thing too, because we post on there and then it gets automatically
it's easy.
posted
It's easy, you know.
posted to Spotify and Apple.
Yeah,
So really easy on that end, but not for editing. So
yeah. No, I bet it's
uh,
better now. But when we first started, it was yeah.
it was yeah, but
Rough.
it's okay. Those the first 23, it's good. Also, our anniversary date is April 2nd. It just popped up on my Snapchat. So April
Nice.
2nd is when we started the first one. First day of recording. 2020. Right in the middle of the pandemic.
Yep.
Yep.
It's been a long time. A long time.
That's when NBA 2K was having a tournament with all the NBA people
Oh yeah.
played against each other. So,
Yeah. That was awful.
yeah.
No.
But back to what Noah was saying about Alabama. Pretty crazy situation. It's also involving one of their best freshman guard who just put up 41 points the other night,
Yeah, what a story, huh?
which is kind
Crazy.
of crazy because he's involved in a murder investigation since he like supplied the gun, or he got the gun to one of the other players on the team, I think.
Yeah, so Darius Miles is the suspect who murdered the young woman January 15th. So the story is, first off, Brandon Miller is now no longer considered a suspect, which is why he's able to play in games. So I guess what happened was he was texted by Darius Miles, who's also not related to the other Darius Miles, who was an NBA player.
Shout out to
Um,
Darius Miles. He was a cool
yeah.
dude in Santa Cruz.
Um, yeah, so Darius Miles texted Brandon Miller to come pick him up at this, I don't know, like it's like this row of like clubs, I guess. Miller didn't go in. I mean, they probably would have let him in, but he also can't. He's only like 19 or 18 or whatever. But he went to go eat or something, and then he got texted by Miles to meet him, pick him up from the club, and then I guess on his way there, he got into an altercation. Miles did with a different party of people, and then he texted Miller again, saying something like something in the cap, something in the hat. So I can't remember what it was exactly. But Miller didn't see it because he was driving, and I guess Miles had already put his gun in Miller's car without him knowing in the trunk, and then he got it, and then shots started firing, and Miller left without Miles because he didn't know it was him who did it. So it was just like a tough situation for Miller. I mean, it all points like I'm not explaining it the best. You can look it up too if you want, but Miller looks like he's innocent. It looks
Yeah.
like he had no part in it at all. At first, they're making it sound like he brought him the gun, handed him
Yep.
the gun, and he's like, "Here's the gun," and it was his gun, but it ended up being Miles' gun that he put in the trunk that he got out. Miller didn't touch the gun at any point,
Yeah.
hand him the gun at any point.
Wasn't there a
So
third person in this as well?
yeah, another. I don't know if he was a player.
I think he was another player on the
I
team.
don't know if he was like I can't remember the name. But then the coach came out and said like a really bad statement about wrong place, wrong time, something like that about both of them, all of them. And then he had to come out and apologize for saying it that way because I guess that's not how he meant it. But uh, and then after all this came out, Brandon Miller drops 41 and a game winner in one of the best games of his life. So hey, good for him.
Yeah, he definitely had to clear his mind, you know?
After all of this, and you're still able to go out there drop 41. But yeah, he's probably a top 10 pick in the draft. Alabama's number 2, and Darius Miles has not been a part of the team since January 15th. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So
But it was just when everything came out, it was just a weird story because
it
all
seemed like they
three
were
all three
hiding
guys
stuff.
were on the team, like still playing with the team. Like they didn't get suspended or anything. Like they were
Yeah,
just
it was
chilling.
weird because it was like they had something about they had told the coaching staff, and it looked like the coaching staff was hiding it.
Yeah.
But what Brandon Miller told the coaching staff is what they were probably talking about, not Darius Miles
Yeah.
situation. So it was a big crazy situation.
Yeah.
College
Just
basketball.
college basketball is in a interesting place this year. There's no clear favorite. Purdue has gotten beaten. Like this is
They
now
were number
a
one.
sidetrack
Yeah, this is
now.
different.
Like March Madness is
Off the
gonna be
topic.
crazy this year. I can't wait to do
Yeah,
our
March
bracket.
Madness is coming up a couple weeks now. The brackets open up.
Yeah.
So Selection Sunday is soon. Um, yeah,
Like
we'll
Duke
see
may
who
not
gets
be in
in.
there. North Carolina may not be in there.
Duke's not ranked. North Carolina's
Villanova
not
not gonna
ranked.
be in there.
Oh, Villanova's definitely not going to be in there. I saw their record. They're like 11-13 or something.
Yeah, like Gonzaga's not good this year. Just crazy. It's just
It's a
weird.
huge swap, unlike college football where it's always the tops are staying on top. Uh,
Yeah.
it's a big switch up. Like
I
Alabama
guess
was never that good, and now all of a sudden they're number 2.
I guess Purdue has this like 7'4" guy center.
Yeah, and he's good. I
He has
saw
like
part of the
20
game.
rebounds a game.
He's insane.
But we can definitely cross that bridge, do our brackets this year.
Yeah,
Should
we'll
be
do a MPP bracket or something. We'll just
yeah, definitely.
have to agree on everything together.
And yes, we do agree on everything.
Yeah, all the time.
Yep, all the time.
Yeah,
Switching gears here. Talking about live golf, Noah's favorite subject.
love it.
Hopefully everyone has been watching Full Swing on Netflix. Pretty cool. Kind of wish that they were kind of wish that Netflix kind of went into more players, but it's only 8 episodes, but supposedly they had like thousands hours of footage, so I don't know why it's not a longer season, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. But big news coming out of from Live Golf and the PGA. Live golfers can now play in all 4 majors, which is something that they couldn't do last year, just because PGA uh told all the people that were running the majors like, hey, like let's wait, let's not put them in there just because they're leaving the PGA and we don't want them to play with us, blah blah, being all petty and everything. But now this year they can play in all 4 majors, which is going to be interesting in how they interact on the range because there are some players on the PGA that don't like that some golfers went to the Live Tour just for the money and everything. So,
I think
um,
they should have stuck to their guns. I think you don't let them play.
yeah, but they're all like even though the majors are within the PGA, like they don't the PGA doesn't really have full control. It's still on the committee of the majors.
I
So,
say you stop them. I say no. I say what's gonna change? Like what stops anyone else from leaving?
but people want to play against all the best players in the world in these majors. You know, they want to beat them out. So,
They shouldn't have left.
yeah. Uh, so
I mean, now like if you get an offer from Live, just leave, dude. Just go to the Live Golf. Like
it's
get your
it's
money, get
it's
your crazy
insane.
money. Like yeah, you're getting millions and millions of dollars. Like what's the point of staying in the PGA?
Yeah, and now you can play
There's no point.
majors.
Yeah, there's no point.
So
There's no point to stay.
yeah, now
That's
they
why they should have stuck to the guns. But I mean, who knows? I don't know how many offers they sang golfers to play and Live. You know.
yeah. Like I feel like there was like a big wave in the beginning, like offering all the top players, Tiger, JT, Rory, like, and now they're just kind of filling in with like the leftovers and getting like college guys to come and play. But
I mean,
uh,
if I'm the Live, why not just give every golfer an offer and have them come and play and just that's just it, you
well, I
know?
think that's what they did, but you
That's
know,
what that's
people,
what like I don't know, like people should just start saying yes now because now they know they can still play in the majors.
yeah,
PGA is going to be over.
yeah, maybe.
It's dead.
But you know what's not dead or has come back to life is the XFL,
The Rock owned
rock
XFL.
owned XFL. Wow. Um, kind of
I watched a few
interesting.
games and
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I actually did. They're all pretty low scoring, surprisingly. Um, but I just think the defensive players are just way better than the offensive players. Like they don't have those like top tier quarterbacks, top tier running backs playing.
Yeah.
While wideouts are kind of like,
I
you know.
mean, they have a lot of like college standouts that didn't really make it in the NFL, like AJ McCarron. I know has come up.
I mean, he had his time in
Uh,
the NFL, so
like
he's definitely the best quarterback in there.
dude, like Ben DiNucci's throwing it to Josh Gordon. Like, what's going on here? Ben DiNucci.
What's his name?
So, shout out to him. But these are just going to be like the notable rules that the XFL has implemented, and maybe a lot of people got are saying that the NFL should adopt these rules. Some are pretty cool, um, like the extra points. You know, if you're on the 2 yard line, it's a 1 point. 5 yard line, 2 points, and a 10 yard line, 3 points. Like it happened in a game already where this team was down by 15, I think, and they were able to come back and score or come back and win down like a minute 30 or whatever. Which
Yeah, I think that was AJ McCarron's team.
maybe yeah.
Yeah, because they had the extra points for the three, and then it's on here, but there's a onside kick rule where you can either just do a regular onside kick or you can go for a 4th and 15. So I think that's pretty sick. 4th and 15. I don't think that'll be in the NFL, but it's a cool thing to watch, like for the XFL.
Let's see. Kickoffs. Oh, options to
Options to
keep the
keep ball.
ball.
Yeah, you can either do the regular onside, which is just at any point, but you can only do the 4th and 15 in the fourth quarter, which is a cool idea
I think yeah.
because it
Also,
gives you a chance to actually get the ball. Like onside kicks, like how many times has that ever happened in a year? Like maybe
yeah,
once,
since they
maybe.
changed the rules about the onside kick about having an even number of people on each side, like I think it's only like 2% or something. Like it's
Yeah,
not even worth to try it
yeah. There's no
and go
point.
for it. Rather see a 4th and 15 play. And they have a chance to score on that play. I'm pretty
Yep.
sure.
Yeah,
Um
it would count as a regular play.
I also like the kickoffs as well. Um like they still have a kickoff. Now it's all touchbacks in the NFL, but at
Hmm.
least this rule you kind of get some return. So if people haven't seen, you can also YouTube it. But uh each team lines up 10 yards apart or 5 yards apart, I guess. And once the ball is kicked and the other team catches it, then you can like go after each other. Which
Yeah,
is
it
how
has to
do
be
they know the
caught.
timing? Like, is there like a whistle blown or something, or
I'm sure you just
someone
look to
just
see if it gets
yells?
caught. That's it. Because all just based on the catch. I'm pretty sure everyone could probably see the catch. Um, but I like that because it reduces injury, obviously, because they're not running down full speed trying to tackle a guy, and then it also gives them a chance to return it, which I like because right now there's no point for even a kickoff, pretty much. Like every now and then you'll get a return, but most of the time it'll just be
Touchback.
a touchback. Yeah, like there's no point. You might as well just start at the 25-yard line every time.
Yeah. I thought this was pretty interesting. There's a double forward pass option. I don't know if I've seen one yet, but
I don't know. I don't think so.
it says here if a team completes a forward pass behind the line of scrimmage, the team may throw a second forward pass as long as the ball has not crossed the line of scrimmage. Which is kind of cool. So you can run even more
Trick
trickier
plays.
plays.
Yeah.
Once the ball has passed the line, no forward passes are permitted. The first pass may fall incomplete rather than becoming a fumbled a lateral. Cool. Good for
You
them.
know.
I mean, it's not something you're going to see like every game, but it's just an option.
Yeah, it opens up more plays.
Overtime's pretty interesting. Consists of alternating attempts for opponents' 5 yard lines, kind of like college in overtime.
Hmm.
3 attempts per team, 2 points per score, or until winners decided. Also, what's notable is the instant replay with Dean Blandino. I know he's been doing his thing, but they kind of give a more in depth uh view of what goes on in the rules in the instant replays, which I like, and how he's explaining what they're seeing, what they're trying to see. They got all these crazy different camera angles, and they're trying to, you know, just talking through the process rather
Yeah.
just, you know,
Coming out with the ruling.
yeah, exactly.
And
It's
I'm
pretty
pretty
cool.
sure a lot of these are NFL ideas that they're just trying in XFL.
Hmm.
Um, and I mean it's a good way to do it. I think it's kind of like the MLB trying out pitch clock in minor leagues, stuff like that. It's a good way to test before you actually bring
Well,
it up to
MLB
the.
has a pitch clock this year.
That's what I'm saying. Like they tried it out in the minors and they liked it. It worked, so they're bringing it to the majors. Like it's just a good way to test um, new rules, different
Hmm.
changes, like bigger bases in the MLB, which we'll talk about probably later when
Pizza boxes.
they're not that big.
They said they're pretty big.
I mean, they're like not double the size or anything of the pieces, but I mean, that's another time. But um, I mean, a lot of these are good. Like, which ones do you think you'll see? I think the kickoff one should be one that they should add for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the NFL did move back the extra point to 35 yards, like which is, that's a pretty good rule change because, Brett Maher. Um, I think I
It's
would
a little
like to
interesting.
see like you could still have the option to kick a field goal, right, from 35 yards, or you can have this system in place as well as like an option, right?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. It's just because you're going from the 2 yard line. I don't know if when these points, like
No,
maybe it
yeah,
is still
I
one
still
point. I
think
guess it is still
you
1 point.
keep
Yeah.
the extra point like you say, the 35-yard, but then you
Mhm.
add the 2 point and the 3 point. And maybe instead of the 5-yard, maybe the 2 point's a 10-yard. I don't know. Like I don't know. Maybe you move it back a little bit because obviously the NFL teams are better than the XFL teams, so
Yeah.
you make it a little bit harder. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I think that's an interesting one, especially when like a team is down a lot. That it does give them a chance to come back.
Also, this is kind of cool. The defense is awarded the same number of points for a touchdown.
Yeah, so it's
So
like
they
the
try it from the
pick
10 yard
six.
line and pick six it. It's three
Yeah,
points.
yeah, that's a good rule too.
Um,
They should do it for the extra point. You block it and take it back.
Yeah.
So it's 1 point. There's stuff you can add that can make it good. Definitely the replay system should be in the NFL. I think that's something that the NFL is probably trying XFL.
Yeah. I mean, the XFL and the NFL have already they already have a partnership, so
Yeah, exactly. And do you think that it should become the minor league or G League team? Like everyone in the NFL should have an XFL team.
I think it would be kind of cool just because it gives players like an option, like instead of going to like the practice squad, I
Mm.
think you instead of being on the practice squad, you just play for the whatever,
Or
NFL
even the
minor
some
league.
practice squad players can be XFL players.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm
Maybe
saying.
not all of them, because then that take away from other players, But
Yeah.
maybe it's kind of like a two-way thing. You can have a, a certain amount of
XFL
XFL
players.
be practice league XFL players, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I mean it's definitely possible for every team. I mean they make enough
They have
money.
the money, yeah,
Yeah.
billions of dollars. This
And
industry,
it just provides companies like another, opportunity to sponsor, still get money, so probably get TV time. Like maybe it's not going to be like CBS and Fox, maybe it's just going to be like NFL Network or ESPN Plus or something.
yeah,
Um
it
but yeah, I
guarantees
mean,
money for some players
I don't
too.
see why
So
not. I mean, I'd rather have my practice squad players play in actual games each week than just like play against each other like in practice.
yeah, well, here's the other thing: do you change the time of year the XFL is?
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Because the XFL
Well,
comes right after NFL, basically.
yeah. Well, you still have the USFL that's
You also have
supposedly
that.
coming as well. But
I think that one won't be like associated though with NFL teams. That one is kind of just like a fun thing for fans to just watch. I've never seen it, but it's like a fan league. So um, I don't know. I don't know how they would do it because I think they shouldn't have it at the same time as NFL game. Like I guess unless it's played during the week, but it's just I don't know. It'd be weird. It's a lot different. And NFL is a lot different than other sports because they only play once a week.
is the USFL, is that really what does it stand for? Is it United States Family or
Yeah, it's a
it's
fan
U?
league. I don't know what the
But didn't they
US
have
is.
another fan league that's like indoors or something, fan controlled or
No,
something?
no, that's the arena, but it's not fan controlled, is it? And do they even still have arena league football?
It just came back this year.
Oh, okay, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, the FCF is the fan controlled football league, where that's where like Johnny Manziel was throwing passes to like I think
Yeah,
TO or something.
and it's where they called plays for them and everything.
Yeah, the USFL is just the United States Football League.
Oh, it's different.
Yeah.
I thought it was a fan one.
Just looking at the USFL,
Probably
halftime is
different
10
rules.
minutes. Kickoffs are made from the 25-yard line.
I feel like USFL is probably football before all the rule changes. That sounds
Uh,
like it sounds like some rich guys like let's bring back real football, and then they did this.
yeah, it sounds like it's like the same thing as the XFL, like for the onside scrimmage, like onside kick. It's a 4th and 12 play instead of a 4th and 15 play.
See, you have to adjust the rules for worse teams. It's like the NFL would have to adjust their
You can also make
distances and
two
stuff.
forward passes. Touchdowns can be followed by a 1, 2, or 3 point conversion. Dude, it's like literally the same game.
Yeah, I don't know what like there has to be a different.
All replays are conducted by Mike Pereira. Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, it sounds like exactly like the XFL. So I don't know what's the deal with
Mike
that.
is double dipping. getting some double the money.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know, but interesting games XFL. It's kind of
yeah.
boring sometimes, but because they're like you can tell that some of these guys are just not good. Like compared to NFL standards, like they're just not.
Yeah.
They're not going to make it to the NFL. Like I think all the linemen, offensive linemen, are so much worse than the defensive linemen because they're just plowing through and getting to the quarterback so easy. Like there's not that much time for quarterbacks to throw. I
Yeah.
think it's very one sided. Defense is a lot better than the offense in the XFL.
I think it's just easier. Plus, like, I don't know when they started practicing as well. Like, I think like they only had like a month to practice
And
before the game started.
when I was watching, I saw they were all in the same facility and they all practice in the same facility. Every team, they all stay in the same facility
Interesting.
in Arizona or something, or Nevada, wherever it's at.
Well, I do know someone. You know Michael Carrizosa, right?
Yeah, he's a punter.
He's a punter in the XFL for Las Vegas. So shout out to him. I see him on Instagram and doing his thing. But yeah, that's cool. At least it gives you something to do after college.
Yeah, and they get like $3,000 a game or something, and then 5,000 for the winners
Hmm.
per game. I don't know how many games there are, but
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think it came out to like they end up finishing with like over 100K or something like that. It's like not bad, or over 55K, something like that, between 60 and 100.
Also, I'm just looking up the fan controlled football league. Uh, 7 versus 7. That's where it differs. 50-yard field, 1 hour games, and there's no kicking or special teams.
Yeah, I don't know how long that thing's gonna last. Sounds like a flag football.
I think like the coaches are like celebrities, I think, as well.
Yeah, it's not. It's probably not like a serious thing.
Oh yeah, Quavo has a team. Trevor May has a team with Ronnie and Dalvin
Bronny.
Cook. Ronnie, 2K Ronnie.
Oh, Ronnie 2K.
Ronnie 2K. Yep, Marshawn Lynch has a team with Marcus Peters and Todd Gurley. Austin Eckler with Drewski.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know when that is. Where they're gonna
Stevie
play it.
Oki. Interesting. They have a Bored Ape football club. What is going on?
I don't know. Sounds like a 1 year type thing.
Interesting. But those are the knockoffs of the NFL.
XFL, I think, could be a good G League minor league team
Yeah, I
system.
mean, when you have The Rock as a part owner,
Yeah,
he's kind of
yeah.
like the
I don't know
face
how
of
they
it.
do it, but they'll figure it out.
Also, like, why was Vin Diesel at the NBA All-Star game? Like, we didn't even talk about the All-Star game itself. Like,
The
it
All
was
Star game was
so
worthless to
bad.
watch. It has to be one of the worst games they've had. Like, well,
It
first of
really,
all, the stars didn't even play in the second half, pretty much. I mean,
yeah.
LeBron got
LeBron was
hurt,
injured.
but
Giannis
literally
took one dunk.
the whole second half there was like no starters. It was all bench players.
Yeah, just
So um, it just wasn't a serious game.
like I know that when Kobe died and they came out with the new rules where going into the fourth quarter we'll add 24 points to the uh end, and that's when we saw defense being played. People were like really going after it. But I think this, and that happened last year as well. But I think this year, Giannis's team just kind of just took over. I mean, Tatum had 55, and he was just making insane shots over Jaylen Brown,
I
and
mean, it was pretty much. Jason Tatum versus Jaylen Brown for the second half.
Yeah,
They were just going back and forth.
which is fine. Like it's cool to see, but
Well, that was the best part of it, and I think that's why they should have a 1v1 instead of the All Star game.
yeah, I
Everyone
guess
loved
so.
that. Everyone loved that. So a 1v1 would I think save All Star weekend.
Yeah, I think this year the luck finally ran out where it was like a good game going into the fourth quarter. Like it was already a blowaway at that point. And then
Yeah,
you got Damian Lillard just shooting half court shots. Like,
it was pretty much whoever. I mean, like Jokic didn't try. Doncic didn't even play. He was a starter.
did you see what Jokic said? That he's not made for the All-Star game.
Yeah, like he's just. I mean, I think when he's like, "Well, I don't care who wins. Like, it just doesn't matter." Like,
Yeah.
he just doesn't
Even
try.
even though whatever team wins the quarter, money is being donated to
They don't care, man. They don't care.
charities. They still don't care.
We're like, oh, we'll lose. We'll just make up the losses. Like, who cares? Like, they don't care. They're millionaires.
Yeah.
Like, I bet LeBron probably. They're like, oh, we'll still give you the extra 100K, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, he's a billionaire.
Yep.
Like, why does he care about winning the All Star game for the extra $100,000 to
And
send?
they drafted like the teams for an hour before the game, which kind of just killed the mood. Like
Yeah,
people thought it was going to be a good idea, but then
I don't know. I don't know why they thought that was gonna be a good idea.
yeah,
Like,
Giannis brought
you
his
take
book. Like,
away
dude, oh
you
my
take
god,
away like the TNT crew, which is the best part. You know,
yeah.
like they're
Also,
drafting in the studio. I
yeah.
think that's the best part of the draft.
Also, the TNT crew had their own channel on TBS doing their commentary. It was so bad, like you couldn't hear them at all, and it was just, it's just
I think they tried to make it better, and it ended up not working out. But hey, they tried, I guess. Whatever. Some things just don't need to change. There's certain things that don't need to change, and there's things that need to be changed.
yeah.
Like the draft
Uh,
thing was an awful idea. I don't know why they thought that would be a good idea.
Jokic was like, LeBron just draft me. Like, I'm not trying to be last right now.
I don't even think it was be last. I think he just wanted to be over. He's like, let's just go. Let's just play. Let me just go out there for 10 minutes and do nothing.
I think I only saw Jaren Jackson for a good 2 minutes. I don't think he played.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
shot once and it was like an air ball, and it's like, dude, it was,
they just don't care. I mean, 1v1. Like, I don't know if they'd care either, but I feel like they care more because they don't want to be embarrassed, you know.
yeah. I don't
But
know.
then again, people aren't going to participate.
I think
I don't know.
MLB is still the best All Star game.
Oh yeah, out of the top three, yeah. There's like, and it's not even that good either.
No,
No, the softball game's fun.
yeah, it's true.
The All Star game is, I mean, it's an All Star game.
Home Run Derby,
Home
like,
Run Derby is definitely the best thing out of any of those.
yeah,
Like, I'm trying to think of the Pro Bowl. Like they had
like
like that quarterback thing is probably the only good thing.
The NFL tried to do like the dunk contest and had like the best catch contest. It's like,
Yeah,
what?
uh,
What's going on here?
yeah. It's just it's not
This
interesting.
MLB, you like actually have to play. Like you can't be ties or something. Like I don't know.
Well, and in the Home Run Derby, I think people are like it's always fun to hit a home run.
Yeah,
But when you have to like come up with a dunk, it's not as fun, you know?
yeah. And
Because you have to like come up
get
with
judged
everything
on
and you get
it.
judged.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's the thing. You get judged. And when you're in the home run derby, if you just hit the most home runs, you're the winner. So you're like, hey, let me do it. Let's go up there and show my power.
yeah. Uh, good times. Good
Yeah.
times.
It'll never be the same.
But that's
Never
been
be the same.
it's been another episode of the MPP, the Noah and Patrick podcast. Episode 23. We'll hit you up for episode number 24 next week. Got to talk to Noah. I mean, maybe, since stuff's slowing down, maybe bring on a guest. We haven't had a guest yet. So
Maybe.
don't know who would that be.
I mean, we have no
Uh
idea. Like you're just saying maybe bring on a guest, but with
yeah. I
no
mean
like
we
ideas.
I mean Haley has been asking for,
We'll
yeah,
bring
what
back the sandwiches.
bring back the sandwiches, fast food. That was fun. Definitely got to eat it all at the same time.
Yeah.
Not but that was fun last time. So just a possibility. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
Let's see if you have a guest that or yeah, if you have a guest that we think we should bring on, or if you want to be on, let us know.
Yeah. Let us know
All right, cool.
if you're interesting.
All right, no.
All right.
Peace.
So yeah.
See ya. See ya.
So yeah.
See ya.
No.
Yeah.
I'll leave if you don't end it.